Hello and welcome to Backpage Pass Game Week 27. I'm John O'Donnell and I'm joined by Mark Corcoran.
Yes, I mean, hello.
And Owen Grace.
How you doing?
And we weren't here last week and we didn't warn you, so it may have been a shock or you may not have noticed at all. I don't know. But we're back and we're going to talk about Game Week 27 and then look ahead to Game Week 28. And we're going to start with Fulham beating Stoke 1-0. Without Berbatov, this would have been a complete waste of time for everybody involved, wouldn't it?
But thankfully, it had Berbatov.
Yes.
This weekend was actually a great weekend for great goals.
Yeah.
Quite a few good goals.
They're all over the shop.
And Berbatov contributed, but that was about the only useful thing that happened in that match.
Poor Berby. He did that other thing where he flicked it over a guy's head.
Yeah, but the goal was all that mattered.
Yeah. Well, you know, if you want to be...
I don't want to be.
If all you care about is goals, then, you know, you won't enjoy the beauty of all football.
Robert Huth actually made us try and enjoy the beauty of rugby in the box. His elbow smashed someone in the face.
Yeah, Senderos.
Senderos, yeah.
I saw Senderos getting shirty with him, and I didn't know why. I was like, that's not like Philip.
Yeah.
Philippe, sorry. He's very, you know, he's got a degree. He's a very nice guy. He's not kind of...
Yeah.
I wouldn't have put you down for kind of Stoke and beautiful football on the same kind of concept of it.
Well, it was a horrible, horrible game. But Berbatov had 2 minutes of beautiful football.
Well, he's capable of that, but just not consistently.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I think him scoring a goal like that, it just adds to the frustration of what a waste of his talent he is.
Yeah. I suppose. But there's a lot of players who do that, get a big contract at a big club, and the big clubs hold on to them for ages hoping it's going to work out, and then it doesn't. Yeah. I cannot think of any examples right now.
Torres.
No, Torres, well, yeah, Chelsea. No, because when he was at Liverpool, he was very consistent for a very long time.
Yeah, but then Chelsea bought him off 6 months of poor form.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is slightly different.
Yeah.
But
you know, but you know what I'm getting at. If you can think of the players I'm thinking of.
Varane, to Manchester United.
Yes. Although again, consistently brilliant in
was he though?
Italy. Yeah.
Do we have the proof?
Right,
yes.
Phillips.
Right, Phillips is one I'm thinking of. Facebook, if you can think of any more.
Sinclair.
Scott Sinclair.
Has to be in there, doesn't he?
Trevor Sinclair. Scored one unbelievable goal in the first season of the Premier League, and then what's he
kind of kept around for a while. Yeah, I'll have that. I'll have Trevor Sinclair. There was another punch in the match. Stephen and Zonzi. That was a red card in my book, and you know I'm hoping to have that book in shops before Christmas. It'll be called Refereeing Codswallop by John O'Donnell.
Can I write the forward to that book?
If you're nice.
I am nice.
I mean, I know you're nice in general, but if you're nice about me in the forward,
I will. Yes.
Extra nice, like this.
Over the top,
nice.
kind of nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent.
And Walters missed a penalty again. They probably shouldn't let him take them.
They should, yeah, that's his third miss this season.
It was a bad miss. It wasn't even like a
tame effort.
Who else is going to take them?
Cameron Jerome was on the pitch. I know.
It's either going to be an unbelievable penalty or it's going to be horrible.
Yeah.
He struggles to hit the target when he's 6 yards out. I'd go, Whelan.
Glenn Whelan's a free kick taker.
Yeah.
You
Takes
wouldn't
corners.
give it to Glenn Whelan, would you?
Kenyon Jones was on the pitch as well, I think.
But he doesn't have a history of penalty taking either.
Yeah, but I'll tell you who does have a history of penalty taking, and it's not a good one.
Well, Walters isn't bad. He just had a...
Let Shawcross come up and smack it. Let anybody hit it. Who can hit a hard free kick?
Yeah, it's a free kick, yeah.
Yeah, but you know that's going down the centre.
Yeah.
Charlie Adam on? No, he's injured.
Yeah, Charlie Adam ordinarily could take a penalty.
Michael Owen.
Yeah.
He could take a penalty.
Michael Owen could take a penalty.
Yeah. Maybe he should just be brought on to take the penalties.
Yeah, like American football.
Yeah. Special teams.
It's worth wasting 2 substitutions, one to bring him on and one to take him straight back off.
Before he gets hurt. QPR 0, Man United 2. Raphael had something to prove after his poor performance against Real Madrid, and he proved his worth and his place in the team against the relegation-threatened teams anyway.
Did you hear Fabio wanted to celebrate it, but he was sitting beside Tony Fernandez. So he thought better of it.
Apparently Raphael was wearing Fabio's boots a couple of weeks ago for a match.
Because he forgot his own boots or something?
I don't know. I'd love to know the story behind it.
I'm convinced that
they're both playing for both clubs.
Yeah, they easily are. Tony Fernandez, it's all conspiracy behind the scenes. He's gone here. We need all the help we can get.
But Fabio doesn't get his game for
Yeah.
QPR.
Yeah, so bring in Raphael, because he's kind of better at the moment. And no one will know the difference.
Sister tile switcheroo.
Yeah, the old switcheroo.
I don't see. Here's why I don't think that'll work, because I remember reading a thing where they swapped jerseys when they were both at Manchester United, and Raphael tried to play left back and Fabio tried to play right back, and Fergie spotted it because Raphael is apparently really bad at being a left back, although Fabio's a passable right back.
Well, he played in the Champions League final as a right back, Fabio.
That's a left back.
No, as a right back.
Fabio. Oh yeah, no.
Against Barcelona in 2011. So you'd hope he'd be all right. So, what was your question?
Who cares?
Yeah, no. Well, I was just going to say it was.
Raphael's goal was great, wasn't it? It was
one
of those that we were talking about earlier.
He just smashed it in, but on
I saw it.
He almost-
bog. If I'm being honest.
no, you can't. And why do you know about bogs have such a bad reputation?
I don't know. They do the job.
Yeah,
They look brilliant when they work.
They're legitimate ways to score goals.
Yeah.
But when I was younger, that's all I could do. So it was a legitimate way to score a goal.
You used to get some stick when you were little and you toe bog.
Yeah.
Toe bogger.
Yeah. But what's wrong with it?
Yeah.
But yeah, he almost repaid the favour from Van Persie with an unbelievable cross and volley combination. But Cesar made a good save as well. So yeah, no, I thought it was a decent performance overall by United. But considering that they pretty much had half the possession, both teams were 50-50. The key difference was, I suppose, United just made the best of their time at the ball.
And they say the camera adds £10, but one of the cameras took away about £20 million worth of RVP.
Yeah, damage his back. The first media-related injury. Yeah, apparently he's going to miss the Norwich match. Just bad
what a
luck.
coinky.
Well, how do you mean?
He's
Before
probably
the
going to miss
Madrid
that
game.
anyway.
Well, I know it's before the Madrid game, but in the last game that we played before the first leg, he went all out in that match as well. I think it was against Everton.
Mhm.
Percy played in that
Yeah.
match as well.
Yeah.
So I don't really think like that. But yeah, it was kind of weird because he played on for about 10 minutes after the incident and then had to come off. Well,
Big bruise hip on it. Big bruise on his hip.
really?
Yeah.
Well,
They seem like pointless contraptions. What they have to, like a hole.
dead traps.
Yeah, they had them in. They had them in Man City's ground as well, all around behind the goal.
It's like a trench for cameras.
Yeah, it's pointless.
Does it not?
It's for the cameramen, but
But does it not help the fans behind the cameramen, so
That's
they're
what they
not
can see.
looking at a cameraman's arse for the whole game?
yeah, that's fair enough, I suppose.
I think the seats are elevated a little bit though. They're not actual pitch level.
Sometimes they cut out a couple of the rows as well, the first couple of rows,
Yeah.
so people can see.
And that's the same argument. Joe Hart, move! I can't see what's going on. Like,
Get out!
you
You're
know,
ruining it for everyone.
So like he's on pitch level too. So no, I don't think that's a legitimate reason for putting a massive hole just where players will be trying to slow down their runs. It's actually
It's
where
like
they
you
need
jump over. It's good practice for steeplechase.
agility training.
Yeah. Arsenal 2, Aston Villa 1. Third Premier League game in a row where Arsenal has had more than twice as many as the opposition's passes completed, but only won by a goal, Mark.
Yeah, we've kind of this a few weeks in a row here. We also missed out on last week where I don't have the stats, but presumably they had similar numbers against Blackburn and they lost, and they had similar numbers against Bayern Munich.
Not
and they lost.
similar, no.
Well,
They'd have
possession,
100 or more or whatever.
They
against
had
Bayern.
a lot more possession than Bayern and lost miserably. So, as I was just saying in the last match, United and QPR had 50% possession each roughly, and United won that game comfortably. So it doesn't matter how many passes, it matters how many goals.
Well, I was looking at at the weekend was how many passes they've completed compared to how many shots and how many chances created. So it takes Arsenal 45 passes to create a shot roughly, whereas with Spurs and everybody else in top six, it's 30 or not 30, 40 or less. Spurs, I think it's 29 for a shot.
Does that mean they're shooting a lot more outside the box?
I think it could do. If you look at Bale
Bale
just gets the ball and runs. Just pass the ball a bit to Bale, and he'll just run and shoot. And it's not so much, every 45 passes is a shot, but it's per shots. There's 45. So sometimes they go long, but sometimes they take even longer to get a shot away.
Yes. That's how averages work.
Yep.
You take all the small ones and all the big ones, and you come out with a middle one.
Yeah. And there's your middle. There's 45.
Yeah. So
That's
again,
called a mean. Mean.
No, mean is when you take away the top few and the bottom few. So it's a more averagey average.
C3 and past maths. So
yeah, but Aston Villa, they don't really have much of a mean defence, do they?
C3.
Very good.
P.O. What? Sorry, I was too busy constructing that joke in my head.
Okay. Yeah, well, you were wasting your time.
P.O. means piss off.
Yeah.
What were we saying?
Oh, it does.
Yeah, it's very good.
I was just saying Aston Villa don't really have much of a mean defence.
No, not with Ron Vlaar and Richard Dunnow.
Yeah.
Cookie monster. If you're lacking a monster, you're going to lack some meanness.
Is Ron Vlaar the cookie monster? Or Richard Dunn?
Richard Dunn is cookie monster.
Why does he like cookies?
Yeah. Oh, not cookie, honey monster.
Honey monster.
He
He
likes
looks
honey?
like the honey monster from the Sugar Puffs ads.
Okay. Is he going to come back this season? Do we know?
No.
I doubt it.
No,
I think they're
Lambert.
happy with him being injured too. It's like, oh,
Why?
Because he's
appearance fees are
50
just
grand
so
a week
tight.
apparently when he plays.
Yeah, but he's run out of his contract.
Has he?
But he will be in the summer.
Alright.
and they want to get rid of everybody who's on any kind of money
In case they get relegated.
for when they get
Yeah.
relegated
Yes,
at
yes.
this stage.
But like,
You're
would they not want him
going
for next
down
season
with
if
the
they
Villa,
if they stayed up?
down
'Cause they're
with the
out of the relegation zone at the moment.
Villa.
And they're back in 18th.
Back. Yep.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, well, still they're not.
They're not.
they
Yeah,
still
they're
have a
not
chance.
all the way down there, but you know.
But who's going to pick Richard Dunn up?
US, maybe.
No, I think he could still do a job in the Premier League.
Look at this,
I
this
think he can.
superstar. LA
Well,
Galaxy pay for Richard Dunn.
Darren O'D is hardly a superstar. Or,
Yeah.
or Caleb Folan, but they're still playing
Yeah,
their
but they're
very own.
Falling over there.
Yeah.
You got to think mid-range. Fulham,
Yeah, type of club like that, yeah.
Stoke would love him.
Yeah,
But they don't need him.
they don't need him, really.
He's better than Hoot.
Well, Shawcross could easily go somewhere bigger.
Who is still young, though? He's in his 20s still, I think.
I don't think that matters to Pulis.
I suppose.
And Newcastle could take him, place Colgini.
No, he played for them, didn't he?
Hmm?
He played for Newcastle?
Nope.
No, City.
Yep.
And Everton, sorry.
Everton could take him back.
Everything could take him back.
Yeah,
I think they want to get rid of fighting it anyway.
Yeah.
yeah, he's not had a good season.
This is just merely speculation.
We're just
Baseless.
all we're doing at the moment is speculating.
Spitballing here.
Cazorla in this game, he stayed fairly wide. He didn't do that against Byrne. I think that helped him. He got a goal from a wide position.
Yes. Yeah. Well, the first goal was quite lucky though, in that his shot was blocked and came back to him.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
I don't know if it helped him. Did it help him?
Yeah.
Maybe luck helped him more than anything else.
Look too. Hey, you make your own look.
Do you?
Yeah. Norwich 2, Everton 1,
Okay.
and I have to say, Moyes' complaints about injury time were bunkum. Stone bunkum.
I thought he was quite legitimate.
What?
No. Wait.
I nearly went off on one there.
It's like you wanted me to be the polar opposite. Just for argument's sake.
Just for argument's sake.
Yeah, destroy me, John.
Well, he's
Unleash your fury upon me.
he goes, oh, well, I want to know why it was more than 3 minutes, but the sign says, that even the announcer says it's a minimum of 3 minutes, so he can't go 4 minutes. Like, even if, anything up to 3:59 is legitimate from that ref, and it's completely at the ref's discretion anyway. That's just the guy on the side who's given that kind of time.
But John, don't you think David Moyes was just venting his anger after they lost the game?
I think David Moyes needs to watch himself and think about more what he's doing and go, hey, I'm going to look like a fool if I say this, which is completely wrong. And if I talk to any of my staff, they'll tell me I'm wrong, or any sensible thinking person in my vicinity will tell me I'm wrong, and I probably shouldn't go up and shout at the ref and refuse to shake his hand and make myself look like a bit of an arse.
But John, isn't it true to say that 90% of the population aren't sensible thinking people? And that in fact David Moyes will not look like a fool because they probably haven't even noticed.
No, Mark, I'm a big fan of 90% of the population, and I have total faith in their judgment. Hell, 100%. Is this we're talking over 18s or just football fans or what?
Football fans. football because BBC didn't cover it as we had previously discussed. So probably no one
They
even
just
knows
had a little
there's
chuckle about it.
yeah.
They didn't cover which?
What the hell?
They didn't. They didn't really talk about the Moyes. This was
Incident.
Moyes' whole after-match complaint.
Yeah.
And BBC didn't give it any time. They just kind of went, "Oh, not him in his 20 seconds." Ha ha ha.
He's always been like that when he's winning and when he's winning games and they're doing well up the top end of the league. He's idolised by the Everton fans and everything's going well. He's blowing on his own trumpet.
Yeah.
But when they start losing games, and he starts blaming everyone else, and the Everton fans seem to lose patience with him a lot as well.
Do they?
They do.
I think they love him.
They do love him when everything's going well, but they're sort of hot and cold.
I've never heard a bad word said against him.
They've often booed Everton off the
They're
pitch.
the team. I don't think they're booing him.
Do we think his contract situation is causing problems for the team?
Yep. And no.
Looks
'Cause,
like you
well,
have,
it's like
you have some kind of discomfort there, John.
Kidney stones.
Yeah. Not really. I think if it's a tactic a manager could employ. It's like, well, if you like me so much and you want me to stay, then prove to me that you can play. Otherwise, I'm going to whoever else will have me.
That'll be a ridiculous tactic because half the dressing room
Yeah,
that
they're
aren't in
just
the team are just going to be like, fine, I'm not playing. I want to go.
I'm going to go too. I'll get a signing on fee. That's another way of looking at it. I don't know. I don't think it's helping.
No, it can't be helping. But then again, I suppose like half the players in that team are actually in the same position as him. They're just on the lookout for something better to come along. Fulani, for example.
Yeah, well, he's gone either way.
He's been talking a lot about leaving, specifically to Chelsea in the last week.
I'm going to Chelsea whether they want me or not. Could
Fate,
be an Odom Wingy type situation.
yeah, he said fate will decide if I go to Chelsea or not.
That would
Faith
be,
Evans,
Yeah,
the soul singer.
yeah,
Wow,
yeah. She's the chief exec of Chelsea, which just adds to the shambles of a club.
that's surprising,
I don't think
but
he'd fit
also
into
not
that team.
surprising.
Where does he fit into that team?
Where Matt is playing, or behind the front man.
So you're going to
It
replace
gives you
Matt
an
or
aerial
Fulani?
dimension. We'll move that out wide.
Taking one of the best players in the league out of the game, really, when you put him
Yeah.
out wide.
I know.
Plus, you have to presume that Lukaku's coming back into that team.
Oh yeah.
Hazard and Oscar as well.
Well, Lukaku wants to spend another season at West Brom.
Yeah,
No, I don't think he does.
Well, he said he does.
When?
recently.
Yeah, well, even more recently, he said he doesn't. So
When?
I think I was reading it this week.
Shane Long wants him to stay. He was saying today.
Ah,
He
slice of
loves to
shame.
see Lukaku stay.
Anyway,
Talking out of his face.
Lukaku.
people speaking of people talking out of their face. Did anybody hear Brian McDermott after Reading lost 3-0 to Wigan at home? He went on his after match interview was brilliant. He just said, there's one or two things went against us, and then he went on a big list of 10 things that went against him. Most of them being the fault of his own club and players. And the only one that wasn't was he could have went, the ref missed a handball during the build up to Kone's first goal, but it's easy. It was pretty missable. It was hard to see. So he just kind of contradicted himself. It was brilliant.
No, I didn't hear that. But they had I thought they did quite well for the first half of the first half. They just had kind of a mad 15 minutes
Yeah.
just before and just after half time.
Seems to be their way. The whole game is just decided by 10 minutes with them. Usually in their favour, but not so much this time.
Well, what's the crack with Wigan? Like, played some pretty good football. Like, why don't you just do that and not be in trouble?
Well, they're doing that against Reading, so it's probably easier to do it against Reading.
Well, they're away from home in a pressure game, though, at the same time. Like.
Yeah, well, I don't think home and away matters as much to them because their home ground is a rugby ground and there aren't many
And it's empty
football
half the time,
fans.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. There's no real fans in Wigan, so...
Oh.
Well...
No real fans in Wigan,
Yeah,
eh?
screw it. I'm going with it. West Brom 2, Sunderland 1, unless anyone wants to get in on that one. The other one.
Oh no, it's fine.
Lukaku.
You look so eager there.
Lukaku, who Shane Long wants to stay, apparently, at West Brom. He had a monster performance, didn't he?
He's brilliant, yeah. Again, he seems to be like driving them on.
Every week he's just getting there, learning one more thing. It's like a football manager when you're a player who gets up an attribute somewhere once every game.
Yeah.
To be fair, both goals I think were at the fault, or certainly the second one was at the fault of pitiful Titus Bramble and John O'Shea with dreadful defending.
Well, Titus Bramble with the touch of... what group of people have a really bad touches? Sunderland defenders.
Yeah. Bad touches.
Naughty touches. It's Sunderland's third loss in a row. Are we surprised with that kind of defending? Maybe Martin O'Neill needs to offer some kind of reward. I don't know, sweets or something.
Yeah, maybe he does. I don't know. How badly injured is Wes Brown? I think I've asked this a couple of weeks ago. Is he out? He really hasn't featured for them much at all.
Is he actually injured, or have they just gone... Meh?
You were never really that good, Wes.
He had one brilliant season at Man United.
Man U, he scored against Liverpool.
No, the year that the last one, the Champions League, he was right back that year.
Yeah, brilliant.
Because Gary Neville did his ankle ligaments.
And I was expecting him to push on and just talk Newcastle signed him. I got really excited, and then no, next year he's awful.
Well, he lost his place. He wasn't awful. He just lost his place, but that's quite common that United seem to sell their players and like trick the clubs that buy them. Like, Nicky Butt to Newcastle is another one. Didn't really do much there. Kieran Richardson, Bartley as well. It's been okay with what's going on.
Oh well, he was young enough. Like when it's him or Danny Simpson, they do okay at their other club.
Fraser Campbell.
He's at Cardiff now. He'll be back up next season.
He scored like
wicked injury record.
Yeah.
Then of course Sean Shea as well, and team Wes Brown.
David Bellingham. Although he didn't really play at United. Or Liam Miller.
Liam Miller. We got that. In that case, we were the ones who were conned.
Although you passed him on to somebody, and he got worse.
Yeah. Jemba went to Aston Villa.
Cleverson to Sporting.
Yeah, I think so. But anyway, the Sunderland just seemed very shot at defenders.
Yeah. Quair.
Yeah. He wouldn't even make it into the Rangers team nowadays.
Yeah. I like it. Yeah, so West Brom, deserved win.
Yeah, but for a team that are as high as they are, you would have thought it would be more comfortable than that at home too.
But, yeah. Oh, the wingy came back as well. It was nice.
Didn't get booed, I don't think.
There was a mixed. I think it was a bit mixed. Yeah.
Yeah, he got a few boos.
Even when he got the ball, some people booed. Like every time he got the ball, you know, it's usually an away player. You would though, yeah.
Gotta do it. Man City 2, Chelsea 0 on the Sunday. Chelsea are looking really tired, I think.
Well, just on boos.
Yeah.
Can we just examine the whole subject? It's a noise that people make.
Yeah.
Who came up with that noise?
Cows. Cows with coals.
No. Is anyone just gonna just think?
And then the snakes were like. I thought people would laugh at that. They did.
I don't know why the snakes were there. Like they wouldn't be there if a cow had a cold. Like,
cows and snakes.
Wouldn't be.
I saw the best video ever on the internet last night. Is this right? It's a truck. It's Russia. Apparently, everybody in Russia has these cameras on their.
Yeah, so the cops don't bribe or ask to be bribed or whatever.
Yeah, on their dashboards. So this truck coming the other way, and it spills over, and cows go everywhere, and the cows just get up and walk off. It's hilarious.
Poor cows.
I love it. Russian cow truck or something like that if you're looking for it on YouTube.
Of course it's called Russian cow truck.
It's a very coherent sentence.
We were talking about booing.
Yeah, who came up with that? Like, do people not think about how stupid it is to make a noise at something?
Well, you want to show your discontent.
That's something that you just disapprove of. You just boo.
Well, you want to show your discontent. And it's audible too. It's not like any other word. If it's a long word or a complicated word, you'll struggle. But with boo, you're not mistaking that with anything else, and unless Nwankwo Kanu is coming on.
Yeah,
you go boom.
But at the same time, when something good happens, you don't go yay.
Yeah, you do. You go yeah.
No, everyone doesn't do. No, see, boo is just a noise that people make that doesn't make sense to me.
Well, it makes sense to me. Speaking of booing, Benitez is still getting booed at Chelsea every 16th minute. or on the 16th
Did
minute.
he
Not
still do
every
that?
16th. Yeah, sure. I'm assuming. I didn't notice them not doing it.
Fuck schmacks. Who needs them?
Chelsea are looking tired. He needs to. What do we think?
What do we think?
Chelsea tired?
After all their games?
Yeah, they've played. I think they've played more games than anybody in Europe at this stage, and it's a very shallow squad.
Yeah,
as
well,
we
they
said before.
had to go to the...
World Cup.
Yeah. I don't know. Tired. Can you really say that? They don't have a deep squad, but whose fault is that?
German? Roberto Di Matteo?
He didn't buy any players, so it's up to...
Yeah, nobody was allowed to buy players.
Yeah.
The head of youth development.
But it's not like this is a surprise to them. They knew they were going to have extra games this season.
Yeah.
They have players there that they can bring back from loan. They've
Bruyne.
Kevin De Bruyne.
Bruyne.
De Bruyne.
Still don't know how to say it.
Jeffrey Bruma, centre back.
Yeah.
Jacob Asala.
Mm-hmm.
He's Nigerian / Dutch.
What's the young player, the English guy?
Josh McEachran.
Yeah.
He could be injured because he was on loan at Swansea last season.
He's
Yeah.
on Middlesbrough.
Oh, is he? Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They have
Yeah,
players.
there's a lot of players there who just aren't playing, I suppose. And there's been no effort to integrate them by any manager.
Like Lukaku as well. Which
And it
was,
still is quite an older squad as well.
Yeah. Apparently, Benitez was debriefing the team after their 2-0 loss to Man City, and the next day in training, saying, okay, here's where you went wrong. You didn't do this, you didn't do that. And the senior players stood up and moved forward from the group and went, we won the Champions League last year. I think we know what we're doing. And we should train this way. And we should do these tactics to help. And he wasn't impressed. Apparently they just went back to training when normally train.
Fair play to Benitez.
Yeah.
Don't take any of that guff out of John Terry.
no.
It was actually John Terry.
Yeah,
it
I
was.
didn't even say it was John Terry.
They Benitez was on about an hour ago doing a press conference, and he said that Terry was the main man, really.
Yeah.
But he has no problem with it.
And can I just point out, John Terry, if you went up to Benitez and said, we won the Champions League. No. They won the Champions League. You just came
You
on at the
didn't
end
play.
in your
Yes.
kit.
For some reason.
I won the Champions League with Jimmy Traore.
And Harry Kewell.
Ridiculous. You came on in your kit after getting sent off for knee and... What's his name? Alexis Sanchez.
Alexis,
Mhm.
yeah.
Of all the players to me,
Yeah.
Barcelona, the least effective.
Yeah. So,
Um,
no, I don't know. Do we think Benitez is going to get sacked?
Well, he
Or kept on?
No.
Or-
No.
Who's going to replace him then?
No idea.
Manuel Pellegrini.
Really?
No, he
Well, City want him as well, but apparently he's the man.
Does City take Pellegrini, then Mancini could go.
But on what's the criteria to bring in him? Because bringing in Villas-Boas is kind of like the new hot shot. He's won,
Yep.
had an unbeaten season and won the Europa League. Quite
Mhm.
similar criteria to bringing in Mourinho.
Yep.
Ancelotti had won an awful lot as well.
Yep.
You're right. Same as Hiddink.
Yep.
Scolari won the World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
Pellegrini has won nothing in Europe, as far as I know.
Mm-hmm.
He might have won the
He
UEFA
got-
Cup.
He got Real Madrid, I think, pretty high points tally, but they lost.
They lost.
overall. I think 96 points he got them.
Mm-hmm.
But what's he won overall?
Very little.
So
Yeah.
what's he going to win for Chelsea?
I don't know.
He'll get them fourth. He's done it with Malaga and Villarreal.
Could I get him fourth?
Yeah. But Arsenal
That's-
want fourth.
Well, the Arsenal should sign him.
Yeah.
Sign him up. I just really quickly on that match. What I want to say, my favourite bit was when Gary Neville had to go about Tevez and go, "What beautiful pictures are these? Or these are, or something like that." And he knew he had to be nice about it. Tevez, and he doesn't like him.
Yeah.
You mean when he was
Goal.
his goal?
Tevez scored a beautiful goal.
Yeah.
What beautiful pictures these are. Good pressure, no?
Yeah, very good.
That was way more scouts than it was.
These are no, it's Manchester. Anyway, Newcastle 4, Southampton 2, also at the same time on this Sunday. I was expecting Southampton to cause problems because they always set out to attack and then they scored after 2 minutes and it looked ominous. But maybe, just maybe, Pochettino doesn't know how to organise a defence and that's why they always attack.
Out of fear of defending.
Yeah.
I don't know. Can you really? It's not a bit early to say that. Although his Espanyol team were sinking fast.
Yeah.
Still are, unfortunately.
I think people are going to figure them out pretty quick.
I think they don't have the players to play that system yet. If they had another couple of years in the Premier League, they could try and, like Wigan do, they play attacking football. They do concede a lot of goals.
A lot of own goals when just Hoyfield is
Yeah.
on the field.
Yeah, well,
That was not his fault.
It's never his fault. As
It
long as
was
the left
tough.
back gets up, crosses, bangs it in.
Yeah. I don't know. It's pretty early to say. They're not that bad defensively, though.
There they are.
4 goals there. But
Owen was making a point, though. What was the point?
no, that was just it that they really don't. They don't have great defenders to steady the ship if they want to play attacking football. They need a solid defence as well.
Well, I mean...
clean
they-
sheet against Everton. They only conceded 2 at Old Trafford. Who else have they played? Who was
But
there?
this is it. They had everybody by
They beat Man
surprise.
City,
then.
only conceded
They had
one.
people by surprise, but now people are just now kind of back. Let them get all the players up, and then boom, over the top. So Sissoko scored, Cisse scored. He wasn't getting closed down from far out.
Yeah, give me a break. Like as if that was defendable.
Yeah, that was offside.
He was offside.
Yeah, because the defender jumped but missed it.
Oh yeah.
So then it became a new phase of play, but it wasn't really a new phase of play. It was still the first phase of play.
Yeah. Okay.
Rules.
So, so what do we think about the new slides that are going to be in place at St James's Park?
What?
You not heard about this?
No.
Oh, this is good. There's a company that are going to put slides in place at St James's Park that are, so say the stairwell on the way down, leaving the match. You can take the stairwell like a chump,
I like where this is
or
going.
you can slide your way to.
I want a bat pole like Batman used to have. They didn't have that in the new movies.
and a red telephone.
Huh. All right, very quickly. West Ham
No, seriously,
2.
the slide. It's a thing.
Dude, oh yes,
And you have to
I'm
research
pro slide.
it. Even if there's a big fat Geordie with his top off behind you,
Yeah, well, the thing,
wetting himself as he slides
problem
down,
with health and safety is you're
saying,
not allowed.
"Wee."
You're going down with the Villa. There's no, you're not allowed to have slides that are slippy anymore. They're all kind of anti-stick slides, so it'll actually be a bit shit. You kind of have to scoot yourself
it'll never
down.
happen, but they want to make it
I
happen.
want to see it happen.
Because
I
imagine
want
if-
it to be like a water park where they come out and go around. A water slide home would be the best way to leave a stadium. Even if you lost, you'd still leave with a smile on your face.
It'll never happen.
No,
I wish it would happen, but it will
Uh,
never happen.
West Ham 2, Tottenham 3, and I wouldn't have started Big Andy up front, but won and scored the first goal
Why wouldn't you start him?
because he's not as mobile as other strikers at the club. I would have gone Vastey or Maiga maybe, because you have to try to exploit Tottenham's high line.
I know you're at
Nah,
home. You want to make it
tactics.
difficult for them.
But they're better technically than West Ham, so Allardyce probably had set pieces in mind. That sort of style of play against a better technical team.
They still have a pretty big team though, like Diame and others. Winston Reid,
Yeah.
Collins, the big guys.
He did score.
He did. That's what I was wrong. This is the
Yeah.
point I'm making.
Well, who knows?
I doubted Andy Carroll, if you can believe that.
Well, maybe you should have done. Maybe if Vastey started, he would have scored too. Who knows?
I can't be proved wrong if he didn't do what I said.
And there is no right. There is no wrong. They still lost the game, of course.
But Juicy was just sublime. Juicy Jaskalainen.
You see,
Juicy was
he had a
was
good
amazing.
game, but not much you could have done for any of those 3 goals.
No.
So,
And he made brilliant saves throughout that game.
Yeah. So it's always hard, especially when it's 88 minute and you've had a great game and you just watch that fly in and you just think, there's no one out there that's actually going to
He
equalise.
didn't even dive. It was just like, oh.
Yeah. Like, this game is over. Just blow the whistle now. And Carroll is clearly not going to score.
Which leads us on to our, weekly debate about Gareth Bale and how brilliant he is. Stupid Gareth Bale.
Is it a debate? It's more of an appreciation
Let's
club.
start the backlash now.
Great finish.
Yeah.
See, it was said before that if you miss Remedy, it'd be a left back.
Yeah.
What a waste of a player that
He
would be.
played centre forward against West Ham, pretty much. He was playing
Centre.
in front of Adebayor for a lot of the game.
He was hopeless, by the way.
He
Yeah,
missed
yeah.
from 10 yards.
Well, he had open goal and he heads towards the goalkeeper. You idiot. What are you trying to do, psych him out? Just tap it in.
Yeah. But Bale. Back
Yeah.
to Bale.
Back to it. Yeah, 2 great goals.
The manager seems to be indulging him positionally And
As he should, yeah.
and he's loving it. He ran over first person, runs over, gives ABB a big hug.
Yeah.
If John Terry had done that, maybe Chelsea wouldn't be struggling to qualify for Champions League.
Only the last match was the 27th match,
Mm-hmm.
and Villas-Boas was sacked after Chelsea's 27th match.
27. Ooh.
And
And now he's overtaken them.
yeah, so...
Do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah, Bale, but have you noticed the way he tries to be Ronaldo when he's taking his free kicks?
Yeah.
Tomahawk free kicks.
Yeah. And
Kicks it
they
into the
were
ground.
horrible free kicks last night.
Yeah, but against Leon 2 weeks ago, did that. They
Yeah,
all
but last night they
pinged
were
in the top corner.
horrible free kicks.
Ronaldo doesn't score with every one.
Every single one he scores. I will not hear a word different. Anyway, yeah, so can two Ronaldos be possible in the same team?
Yeah, because Ronaldo's right footed, so maybe if you play Bale on the right wing, and then he's doing that with his left foot, then you've two of them, and then
Yeah, but there's only one football on the pitch.
I know, but then you like whatever side the opposition kicks the ball to, you've got an amazing player who can run players and shoot and score,
Yeah. It's not going to happen, though, I don't think.
and then they can do that thing where they both shoot a free kick at the same time. With the,
They both tomahawk the ball
yeah,
at the same time, and the ball just implodes and
That would
disappears.
it would go through the wall and physically through
The
the
player.
keeper like a ghost.
No, it would go through the turf.
Because the
And-
molecules would move so fast because they've been hit so hard.
No, it goes
Science.
yeah, back.
It would go through the ground, you're saying?
It goes through the ground and it kind of like a mole. It'll go under the wall,
Pop up behind
pop up behind the line.
Yeah, catch that, Hawkeye. Like something from Shaolin Soccer. Okay, well, we're going to take a break and watch Shaolin Soccer because it's the best movie ever. And we'll be back after this.
With some maybe more sense.
No, no sense. What sense? Hello and welcome back to Backpage Pass. It's just me and Mark now. Owen went to... Let's make up a thing that he's doing. Bake heroin.
And sell. Said heroin.
To Titus Bramble.
Ramble.
We're going to look ahead to the coming weekend's fixtures. And we will start with... Because there's no early kick-off, so we just start anywhere. I think Chelsea, West Brom. No
we have to
Lukaku.
start. No, has to be alphabetical. order. Don't even
Guess what's first alphabetically?
Arsenal.
Chelsea versus West Brom. No Lukaku.
Well, yes. No Lukaku. And I think Shane Long, contrary to what was said earlier, will be delighted because then he'll get more space.
He will.
But again, he won't be delighted because he'll probably get one chance in that game.
Yeah.
You better take
Well,
it.
no. Chelsea give up chances. Especially if... I'd love to see Shane Long against John Terry. He'll teach him a lesson.
John Terry won't play, I wouldn't say that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think he'll play.
I was about to say, well, he played those two games before the last one where he was rested. He was rested against Man City. But then again, yeah. He's
Like-
been a dick in training, so
Yeah.
probably not.
Steve Clark going back there as well.
To back to Chelsea?
Yeah. They'll be up for it, I suppose.
Yep.
But Chelsea need the points. It's interesting though that you know the way everyone says Arsenal, they don't spend money. Wenger's an idiot.
Yeah.
His team is useless.
Chelsea spent loads
Their
of
money.
money.
There's 2 points in the difference.
Yeah.
By the end of next weekend, could be
zero.
Chelsea fifth
Oh.
and Arsenal fourth.
Then where will those people be?
Yeah, sitting right here.
Everton versus Reading, and Everton are slipping away from Europe. Getting away from them.
Yeah, but didn't we just say that was going to happen?
Did we? I think we always thought they'd have a chance at the Europa League.
Well, I still think they'll finish out of Liverpool. You know the way people had in the bracket of the Champions League, maybe.
But what's happened this year? Swansea have won the Capital One.
Yeah.
So they have a Europa League place. So
So it's fifth and
there's
sixth.
one less now. Yeah.
Yeah, 5th and 6th are left, so you could see them nicking 6th, though, couldn't you?
Yeah.
I think you could. So, but certainly nowhere
Who's
higher
left
than
in the FA Cup?
that. Chelsea playing Borough tonight in the 5th round.
Yep.
Oh,
If
sorry,
anybody
that's
who
tomorrow.
doesn't
That's
finish,
tomorrow.
if anybody who doesn't finish in the top 4 wins the FA Cup, then it's only 5th gets the Europa League place.
Yeah, I don't think there's. Everton are playing. Well, presumably, if Everton beat Oldham tonight, they have Wigan at home in the quarter final.
Yeah, they
Then
should win those.
City
two
have
games.
Barnsley, so they'll get through that.
Yep.
United have Chelsea or Middlesbrough who play tomorrow night. So that's one big team gone out of it.
Mhm.
And the fourth game, don't remember who's in that. But I don't think it's a big team though.
Yeah, but so maybe they are focusing more on the cup. Is this your point?
Well, David Moyes is desperate to win
Before he leaves.
before he leaves, but you can't see him winning it though. You can't really see him beating. I know they beat United in the semi-final a couple of years ago, but if they have to go through two big teams, I couldn't see it happening. They were beaten by Liverpool in the semi-final last year, so I don't really know, but I can see them finishing 6th all right.
Yeah. Blackburn Millwall.
Oh yeah, Blackburn and Millwall. So, well, if Everton beat Wigan at home, get drawn against Blackburn, they're in an FA Cup final.
Yeah. Not bad.
Yeah, no.
Man United Norwich. Norwich stunned United earlier in the season. Madrid could be a distraction. No Van Persie. Could it happen again?
Norwich on the back of a big win as well.
Yep.
So,
First big win in a while.
yeah. So it was described as a season changer in one of the papers, which I don't necessarily agree with, in that it moved them from about 14 to 12. So,
but it did kind of relax them relegation-wise because they were on the slide.
Yeah. Last season, this fixture, I think, was a 1-0 to United. Welbeck scored.
Mm.
I can see it being... It was quite a poor match last year, and I can see it being quite similar this year. Just don't see Norwich getting anything at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
And I don't see United in really going all guns blazing with Real Madrid around the corner as well. So, could
Do you
be
reckon
1 or 2-0.
Chicharito and Welbeck can
Yeah.
do it?
That'll be the partnership. Maybe Rooney will get a game because he's kind of been out with illness, so they'll try and bring him up to sharpness. But I wouldn't be surprised to see a few things like Nani getting a game with a view to seeing a few tactical things that they could do against Real Madrid. Wouldn't be surprised if you saw Anderson playing because Phil Jones is a doubt for the Madrid game, and it would be Ferguson like to. Well, we don't have Anderson, or we don't have Phil Jones. We don't have Darren Fletcher, who could also do the Phil Jones thing of literally shadowing Ronaldo. Can Anderson do it?
No.
But what I'm saying is Ferguson
You'll have to find someone
will give it a go as opposed to completely changing the whole philosophy of what they want to do.
Well, they did that with Everton against. They had Phil Jones, Euro Fellaini. You just take the best player and man mark them, and then they did it with Ronaldo.
At Tottenham as well. So they kind of planned it beforehand. Don't forget, Anderson played in the 2009 final in a pretty similar. He was just kind of in there to be a bit of energy in midfield. So
yeah, but he doesn't have a whole 90 minutes of energy, I don't think.
Well, he doesn't, but it wouldn't surprise me if he started in there as well.
They've tried Raphael in that position as well, haven't they? Centre mid?
No, they haven't. No,
haven't they?
No.
Maybe they should. Smalling or right back.
No, I don't think that'll work. But I wouldn't be surprised if Anderson started in there. If they kind of played Rooney left, say Valencia right or Nani right, Van Persie up top, Cleverly to replace Kagawa, Anderson to replace Jones, the other centre midfield player that night was
Carrick,
yeah. So those three like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
So look out for the combinations against Norwich is what I'm saying. Look out for the little kind of things they might try.
Still worry about Anderson, but hey, we'll see.
Well, you would worry about him because he's not the number one choice, but you have to kind of adapt to players as you have or haven't got them.
Yes, you do. Southampton versus QPR. Southampton like to attack, QPR like to defend.
QPR have no choice but to defend. They don't like to defend because they're not very good at it. Southampton versus QPR. Southampton win that game.
Yep.
QPR to fall flat in their face.
Harry's been talking about, beating the teams around them.
Yeah, which they haven't done since he's gone there. And also Southampton employed Harry Redknapp from Portsmouth.
Yep.
Harry Redknapp then duly got Southampton relegated. And now he's going back there with another club that he's going to well, it's not his fault that they're going down, but he's powerless to prevent it.
Didn't he go from Portsmouth to Southampton back to Portsmouth?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
So he's going to get a right out billing.
Yeah.
In his defence, of the last 8 seasons, 7 times, only two of the teams who were in the bottom 3 after 27 games have been relegated. that there's usually one gets out, and 3 times the one who gets out has been the team who's been bottom at that stage. So there's still hope.
How many times has the bottom team had 2 wins all season?
I don't know.
Yeah, I just. It's not that it can't happen. It's that I have zero confidence in it happening. That's what I'd say. So.
Okay.
Plus, Remy's been injured. Players like that they've brought in haven't really exactly gelled. Samba is about 40% fit by his own admission.
Yeah.
So, what chance do they have?
Little.
Plus, the other 2 teams above them, and maybe 2 teams above that again, are the ones that are really in the scrap there.
Yeah.
I don't QPR are kind of a bit isolated at the moment. So their first goal is to actually get in the fight and then win the fight.
Stoke versus West Ham. Let's just not do that. Yeah.
1-1.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
Sunderland versus Fulham. Sunderland, although Sunderland are getting dragged towards the bottom now.
I don't think they'll be relegated, but they could be maybe 15,
Could be in the
16.
shake-up.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Wouldn't you like that?
Yeah.
They could be on the slide.
Hey! I'd like to be on the slide. Boom. Yeah. We're going to fist bump for that one. Swansea versus Newcastle. Swansea have been partying since their Capital One Cup win. Can Newcastle capitalise?
Yes, particularly if Nathan Dyer is...
Capital.
Yes, what a capital idea.
Stop piggybacking.
Nathan Dyer, if he's playing, because he must be
Greatest player in the world.
He must be so sour that he didn't get to take that penalty.
I'd say Luke was probably more upset.
He cried, I think.
This is what I would imagine.
I heard that he cried.
He cried that Nathan Dyer didn't get to finally fulfill
his hat trick,
his mantle. That was.
Yeah. No, I predict Swansea will be the same as every other smaller team that wins the Capital Karting Coca-Cola League Cup.
Tell you what, Luke has been uncontactable since that happened. I hope he's okay. He hasn't done anything drastic.
He's devastated.
We're worried about you, Luke.
Yeah.
Contact us or some other loved one who can then contact us, just so we know you're okay.
And the listeners know you're okay. They have
More importantly.
Yes.
Because we're nothing without our listeners.
Yeah, so we are nothing. Yes, and Newcastle to win that game, I think 2-0.
Yeah, because last season Swansea dominated possession and Newcastle caught them on the break in an Arsenal type fashion.
Good fantasy football tip: Sissoko and Gouffran, I think, to go in because they're both. I think Sissoko's in about 6 odd million.
What?
And Gouffran is about 7 million. And
they're creating everything at the
they're
moment.
doing quite well at the moment. So yeah. So yeah, I'm half thinking about putting them in my team myself.
I haven't looked at my team in a good couple of months.
Yeah,
that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Wigan versus Liverpool will be the late kick-off on Saturday. Wigan, have they entered their equivalent of Fergie time?
Yes, well, they tend to, when they put their runs together, beat a big team, and this will be the time that they beat the big team, I think.
We're calling Liverpool the big team?
Traditionally, they still are. But so are Nottingham Forest. So are Nottingham Forest.
So are Ipswich, in my view.
Well, it's been a while now since what have Ipswich done?
2 UEFA Cups.
Oh, fair enough.
Under Bobby Robson.
Yeah, fair enough. I stand corrected.
On the Sunday, the North London derby, Tottenham versus Arsenal. Benitez will be watching this one closely. Gareth Bale hasn't really shown against Arsenal.
No, and Spurs were kind of screwed over the last time because they started so well and then
Adebayor got sent off.
Arsenal have this sneaky kind of habit that they tend to do quite well in these derbies, no matter what kind of form they're in. Mm-hmm. So I just don't get the feeling Tottenham are going to win this match. I think it will be a draw. And I think Bale will score because it's the same. Everyone said about Ronaldo. He never scored against in the big games or against Barcelona, and then he went on a run of doing it.
Doing it in every one of them.
Yeah. So no, I think this could be the start of that. I think Bale will score. 1-1.
I think 1-1 and Theo to score the other one.
Yeah, because he has a good record against them, I think.
Yeah. On the Monday, Aston Villa versus Man City. I reckon Dzeko to win this one from set pieces.
You think?
Yeah.
What, 2-0?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see Villa getting the lead and then just blowing it.
Yeah.
But
they have an awful run of games at the moment as well. It's not helping them.
Do you think the title race is over?
No.
I think if you're a Man City fan, you should think of it like this: 12 points in the difference now, but you should think of it as 9 because City have to go to Old Trafford. We all know what happened there last season, so why would you think you couldn't win there again?
Exactly.
Man United had to play Arsenal away, Chelsea at home.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 difficult fixtures. I think City's most difficult fixture is Tottenham away.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think they do have the easier games. They did haul back an 8-point lead with about 6 games to go. There are 11 games to go.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't think it's over.
I still think it's still there. It's very, very slight chance, but as long as there's a chance.
As long as United are in the Champions League and FA Cup, there's a chance for City. From a United point of view, however, pretty good.
Yeah, Van Persie this year.
Yeah.
Can knock that. Unless you've got a camera.
Yeah, well, that's true. You drill it into his hip.
Okay, well, we're going to leave it there, you hip cats, and we will talk to you next week. Get on the Facebook page. Tell us, what was the thing we were looking for earlier?
We were talking about players
Who signed for big clubs based on small things that they've done and then get kept on because they can't afford to move them on.
And also, think of Man United players that have been sold to...
Just before they've gone off the boil completely.
And when you're doing it, imagine Ferguson in his office laughing.
With his big pink face.
I know something
Purpler
you
and
don't
purpler.
know.
So leave those comments on the Facebook page, preferably, or even the YouTube comments page. Rah.
Was that a pterodactyl?
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Cheers. But are you selling apples?
I'm not, no. I'm not. I don't have... I do have shoes as well.
If I could get a Mac for an apple, a Mac for a penny, damn it! It was going to be so hilarious.
Fitness training now, 7:30, and I was out last night. So.
Ooh, and you're here instead of being in bed.
Yeah, I was up early as well doing that thing today. So
We might, I think we're going to do a whole show, but if you want to leg it at half time,
okay,
to make sure you get there.
yeah, cheers.
You don't want to get late for fitness training, then you'll look like a...
It'll make you do more fitness training.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, might help you.
Yeah, good. Well, I'm fit enough.